Good morning, students. Today I am again back with Morphology of Flowering Plant Part 2 of 11th Standard. In this session, we are going to discuss stem, functions of a stem, that is both primary function and secondary function, as well as modification of stems. So, let us start the session with stem. Stem is the ascending part of the plant that bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Stem develops from the plumule of the embryo. In embryo there are two parts, one is plumule, another is radicle. So stem develops from the plumule of the embryo and it bears nodes and internodes. So first of all, I will tell you what is the difference between nodes and internodes. Nodes are the regions where leaves are present and the distance between two nodes is the internode. Internode may be short or long. Stem also bears axillary or terminal buds. When the plant is young, stem is green, but it becomes further woody and dark brown as it becomes older. Stem helps in spreading out branches bearing leaves, flowers and fruits, and it also helps in conduction of water, minerals as well as food. Some stem perform additional function also like storage of food, support, protection, vegetative propagation, etc. Later on we will discuss in details about the various functions of stem. Stem is positive phototropic as it always moves towards the light, and it is negatively geotropic because it moves against the earth. That is negative geotropic. Here in this figure you may observe stem, nodes and internodes. You may see here that leaves are originating from the node of the stem. Now let us discuss about functions of a stem. First of all, it is about primary functions. Stem bears leaves and hold them in such a way that it provides maximum sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. Stem helps in conduction of water and minerals from roots to different part of the plant like leaves, flowers and fruits. It also helps in conduction of synthesized food from the where? From the leaves to roots and other storage organs of the plant. Stem holds the flower in such a way that it ensures pollination as well as fertilization. It also bears fruits and seeds. Now let us discuss about the secondary function of the stem. First secondary function is storage of food. Underground stem like potato, ginger, turmeric, jamaican, colocasia. So they store foods within the stem. Second secondary function of a stem is synthesis of food. Some modified stem of xerophytic plants are green and flat and they are leaf-like to perform the process of photosynthesis. So here it helps in synthesizing food. For example, it is seen in Opuntia, asparagus, etc. Another secondary function of a stem is perennation. Underground stem of potato, ginger, turmeric, jamaican, colocasia, they helps in perennation. Perennation means they have ability to survive from one germinating season to another germinating season especially under unfavorable conditions such as in the situation of drought or winter. In the given figure, you can see here the different plants whose stems are modified to perform secondary functions like storage of food, synthesis of food, and pollination. Another secondary function of a stem is vegetative propagation. Tubers of potato, suckers of chrysanthemum, and corms of colocasia are propagated vegetatively. Next secondary function is support. In some plants, stems are modified into tendril that develops from axillary bud. They are slender and spirally coiled and they helps the plant to climb. For example, it is seen in cucumber, pumpkins, watermelon, grapevines, etc. In the figure, you may observe the vegetative propagation by chrysanthemum and one plant that is support with the help of tendril. It is of grapevine. Next secondary function of a stem is protection. Stems are modified into woody, straight and pointed thorns that helps in protection from browsing animals. These thorns are developed from axillary buds and it is commonly seen in stem of bougainvillea, citrus, etc. In the given figure, you may observe thorn that helps in protection. Now the next topic is about modification of a stem. First of all, we will discuss about underground modification of a stem. Underground modification of stems are non-green and resemble roots in their general appearance, but they differentiate from the roots by presence of nodes and internodes, scale leaves, adventitious root, axillary and terminal buds, and exogenous branches, and all these structures are absent in root. Underground modification of stems are of different type. So let us see what are the different types. First underground modification of a stem is sucker. It arises from axillary bud of the underground part of aerial stem. Suckers are usually thin and arises horizontally and then grow obliquely as in the given figure. You can see here. Common examples are chrysanthemum and mentha. Another underground modification of a stem is rhizome. It is a modified underground main axis of the plant which may be branched or unbranched. Rhizomes are usually fleshy and thick, but in some cases thin also. Rhizomes may grow horizontal, oblique or upright. It is commonly seen in ginger. You may here see in the figure. Next underground modification of a stem is corm. It is very much condensed, fleshy, solid and vertically growing root stalk with a large apical bud and is usually unbranched. Roots are generally developed from the basal part of the corm. The nodes are circular and buds are external and can be detached easily. For example, it is seen in Amorphophallus. Another underground modification of a stem is tuber. It is a soilon stem that arises at the tip of an underground branch. Tuber bear nodes and internodes, and node here is called eye, which consists of a scale leaf and one or more buds. You may observe here in the given figure of potato. So potato is a underground modified stem. Next underground modified stem is bulb. The common example of which is onion. Bulb is an underground pyriform or spherical modified shoot having reduced disc-shaped stem and several fleshy scales enclosing a terminal bud. The stem does not store any reserve food material here, but reserve food material is stored in scales, leaf base and buds. The bulb bears large number of adventitious roots at the base. Here you can see the bulb of onion and longitudinous section of bulb also. You may observe here fleshy leaf scale. Now it is about aerial modification of a stem. First is a stem tendril. Tendril are long, thin, wiry and spirally coiled climbing organs of the plants, and they coil around the nearby support and helps the plant to climb. Tendril may be branched or unbranched. It is seen in all cucurbits. In the given figure, you may observe stem tendril, that is, it is coiled around a bamboo stick. Another aerial modification of stem is stem thorn. Thorns are stiff, sharp and pointed structures originated from the axillary buds. Thorns are deeply seated structure having vascular connection with the stem. It helps in protection of the plants from browsing animals. In the given figure, you may observe the thorn of Duranta and citrus. Now it is about phyloclat, which is another aerial modification of a stem. It is seen in xerophytic plant. In case of xerophytes, the leaves are highly reduced and modified into spines, and the function of leaves, mainly the process of photosynthesis, is taken over by the stem, which get modified into flattened or cylindrical structures to perform photosynthesis. Flattened structure is seen in Opuntia and cylindrical structure is seen in Euphorbia. You may observe the first figure is of Opuntia and second is of Euphorbia. Next aerial modification is clado. Clado is green, flat or cylindrical leaf-like structure that perform the process of photosynthesis. It is seen in Ruscus and Asparagus. So this is all about today's session. Thank you. And for any kind of doubts, please write your questions in comment section.